Hello, welcome everyone. This is Unit 5, Market Segmenting, Targeting, and Positioning. So a lot of the lectures before included segmenting language like segmenting, targeting, and positioning, and all of you are probably like, Miss Gonzalez, what are you talking about? So this unit will cover anything you need to know about the basics of market segmenting, targeting, and positioning. First, segmentation, marketing segments, dividing or segmenting people and organization into different groups of potential buyers with similar characteristics. Use marketing mix to tailor products for the different groups. Targeting segments, selecting market segments to pursue with plans. And positioning is creating a preferred position of the company's products in the minds of consumers. These will be on quizzes. Targeted marketing versus mass marketing. So target marketing is also known as differentiated marketing. You may differentiate some aspect of marketing for different groups of customers selected. It is a relatively new phenomenon. Versus mass marketing, which is also known as undifferentiated marketing. It evolved along with mass production and involves selling the same product to everybody. So when they say same product, like everything is the same, nothing, the color is the same, the build is the same, what you see is exactly the same as what your neighbor may have bought. The benefits of segmenting and targeting markets. It avoids head-on competition with other firms. You get to develop new offerings, remarket older, less profitable products, identify early adopters, focus on most profitable customers, and retain at-risk customers. Targeting markets. Trend is toward more precise targeting of markets. What companies are now using the internet, social media to track people's web browsing patterns and segment them into target groups. Getting a read on potential target markets doesn't necessarily have to involve technology. And that's true because nowadays, if you just looked up a pair of shoes, an ad will pop up on another, let's say you're on your other social media and you see an ad for shoes. You're wondering, how did they know that I was looking for shoes? It could even be the exact same shoe that you were looking at. There are numerous algorithms that have been adopted by companies that are tracking your patterns when you visit their website or even when you look up a shoe. Let's say you just look up shoe in Google. They already have algorithms that say, oh, shoe companies, this is what this person is looking for shoes. Targeting a firm's current customers. Finding and attracting new customers is more difficult and costly than retaining current customers. In addition to studying customers' buying patterns, firms also try to get a better understanding of their customers by surveying them, hiring marketing research firms to do so, utilizing loyalty programs. Many firms use social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, which is not Twitter anymore, to develop and maintain closer relationships with their customers. So if you're a big company, you can afford to hire marketing research firms. But if you're not a big company, you hire people to do the marketing within your company. Or maybe you are a sole owner of the business and there's nobody else that does it, you have to learn how to do this. A lot of companies are using loyalty programs because that's what shows them, like, what do my consumers purchase. Ralph's has a loyalty program that you enter your phone number. They they log what you're purchasing that day, and then you get coupons, and you're like, oh my goodness, these are coupons that I could use for what I usually buy every so often, like maybe every week or every month you go in to buy, or every other week. Targeting a firm's current customers continues. Some customers are highly profitable, others are not, and others actually end up costing money to serve. Some firms deliberately untarget unprofitable customers. Many firms use one-to-one marketing. This is a process that outlines the steps companies take to target their most valuable customers, form close personal relationships with them, provide products that meet their needs. And the one-to-one marketing usually are, you see them in high-end stores, uh, shops that have tailor-made suits, um, name brand purses. They usually have like one-to-one marketing where somebody like is marketing closely with the individual consumer. One-to-one marketing steps. Establish short-term measures to evaluate your efforts. How will the effort be measured? Revenues, transactions, or other measures. Identify your customers. Gather all relevant information. Establish good contact information. Differentiate among your customers. Which customers are the most valuable? Which customers are the least valuable? Interact with your customers, targeting your best ones. Customize your products and marketing messages to meet their needs. And this is one-to-one marketing also works in niche um, businesses. For example, let's say a coffee tea house that's uh, a little small coffee tea house in a in a city or town. Maybe the tea that they're selling is not available in other towns, but it's available to their target market, which lives within that environment, in that community that they serve. So it can also be like niche markets or niche markets. Segmentation basis. These are the criteria used to classify and divide buyers into different groups. These help a firm in getting a fuller picture of its customers and create real value for them. Types of segmentation basis. Behavioral. We looked over that. What benefits do customers want? How do they use the product? Demographic. We talked about this. Profile of customers, age, gender, income, race, ethnicity. Geographic. Where are your customers located? How can you reach them? Psychographic. What do your customers think about and value? This is their attitude. How do they live their lives? Segmentation by behavior. Segmenting buyers by the benefits that they seek from the product. Segment the usage is segmenting buyers by the frequency that they use or buy the products. You can segment buyers by the way in which they use the products. Marketers can tailor products to consumers for optimum results if they know the benefits that consumers seek, how often they purchase the product, usage situation, daily, weekly, monthly, holiday, etc., the manner in which the product is used. Segmentation by demographic. I'm sorry. Demographics are used to segment markets because demographic information is publicly available in databases around the world. The Census Bureau collects all of this data. You can business can purchase or access this data from other businesses if you have listed this on those businesses' website or even in the business survey. The most popular type of segmentation includes age, gender, occupation, income, social class, education, ethnicity, family life cycle, and family size, nationality, and religion. This is one of the main ways that most businesses segment their consumers, their target market. because uh, it's pinpointing a more defined way of pinpointing a group of people, and it's not too specific that they have to have multiple groups. They can make a large group of one age group or one generation. Segmentation by geography. Geographic segmentation divides buyers by where they are located. It could be by world, region, or country, region, city or metro size, population density, or climate. Geocoding is the process of plotting geographic marketing information on a map. Geodemographics or neighborhood geography combines both demographic and geographic information for marketing purposes. Claritas Prism NE is a good source to how this process works. If you want to look this up, please look at the following link. You can click on it. Or if this is not able to be clicked on, please look at the link, and you can even just type in Prism NE or Claritas.com. Segmentation by geography continued. Proximity marketing and interesting new technology firms are using to segment and target buyers geographically within a few hundred feet of their businesses using wireless technology. So this is what they use for all these towers that are set up near businesses or even out in the environment, and they show like, oh, this your customers are the people that are interested in your product are close by, this within this many miles of your organization. Segmentation by psychographics. Questions include why consumers behave the way they do, what is a high priority to them, how they rank the importance of specific buying criteria. Psychographic information is frequently gathered via extensive surveys that ask people about their activities, interests, opinions, attitudes, values, lifestyles. One of the most well-known psychographic surveys is VALS, which originally stood for Values, Attitudes, and Lifestyles, and was developed by a company called SRI International in the late 80s. The VALS types, this is from the survey, these are what they show you. They will show, if you take the survey, they will show what you are. If you're an innovator, you're successful, sophisticated, take charge kind of person. Thinkers are mature, satisfied, comfortable, well-educated. Achievers are goal-oriented, conservative, predictable, and stable. Experiencers are young, enthusiastic, seek variety and excitement. Believers, conservative, conventional, believe in established codes. Strivers, trendy, fun-loving, seek approval, job versus career. Makers are practical, self-sufficient, suspicious of large institutions. Survivors, few resources, concerned with safety, low motivation. What category do you fall into? And you can take the survey. You can type in sric-vi.com. And you can also put in VALS survey, and it'll show you a number of websites that has the survey on it. Segmentation in B2B markets. There are fewer behavioral and needs-based segments in B2B markets than in business-to-consumer markets for two reasons. Business markets are made up of a few hundred customers, whereas consumer markets can be made up of hundreds of thousands of customers. Businesses aren't as fickle as consumers. Segmentation in B2B markets. The behavioral segments in B2B markets include the following: a price-focused segment, small companies that have low profit margins; a quality and brand-focused segment, which are firms that want the best possible products and are prepared to pay for them; a service-focused segment, firms that demand high-quality products and have top-notch delivery and service requirements; a partnership-focused segment, firms that seek trust and reliability on the part of their suppliers. Targeting criteria. Is the market large enough to be profitable? Is it growing? Is there room for a new competitor? Is the market accessible? If not, can you find a way to reach it? Does the company have the necessary resources to compete in this market? And does the market fit with present business mission and objectives? And the last one is very important. If you're going into a segment of your target market, you segmented them, make sure that it aligns with the mission and objective of your business, because that will reflect when your consumers are purchasing from your business and if they realize, oh, this is not even aligning with what they have on their mission and objectives, it can look really bad for you. Choosing the number of markets to target. Henry Ford proved that mass marketing can work, at least for a while. Mass marketing is efficient because you don't have to tailor any part of the offering for different groups of consumers, which is more work and costs more money. Firms that mass market are vulnerable to competition. So the reason why they use Henry Ford is because during his time, he made the vehicle that's standing next to him. You can look it up. The Ford, I think it's the Model T. I'm not sure, but let me just make sure. Yes, Model T. So that came out, and every Model T looked like the Model T that was coming out next. Nothing was different about them. Everything was the same. Would you purchase a vehicle that way today? Would you go and buy a car from a car dealership that's the exact same, exactly the same as 100 people that have purchased that car? I don't think so. But if you would, hey, like there was no other color but black. It was all exactly the same. And they brought out a bunch of them and everybody bought it. But it only lasted for a while. Because now, if you look at the cars in a car dealership, there are multiple colors. Um, Capabilities are different. Different customizations. There's no one that's gonna. There may be people that get the same thing, but there's always something different. Multi-segment marketing. Firms tailor their offerings in one way or another to meet the needs of different segments of customers. Firms are less vulnerable to competition because they don't have all their eggs in one basket. Multi-segment marketing strategy can allow firms to respond to demographic changes and other trends in markets. It can also help companies weather an economic downturn by allowing customers to trade up or down among brands and products. So similar to Walmart, they're not just trying to they're not, their market segments are not specific. They're multi-segment markets. Target can also be in this. Let's think of another one. If you can think of other multi-segment markets, I'd like to know. So go ahead. That will be 2 points extra credit if you can email me some firms that you know that are using multi-segment marketing. Concentrated marketing, it involves targeting a very select group of customers. It can be a risky strategy because companies really do have all their eggs in one basket. Niche marketing, it involves targeting an even more select group of consumers, for example, marketing to left-hand consumers. Micro-targeting involves gathering all kinds of data available on people and using that information to create highly personalized communications. A new effort to isolate markets and target them, also known as narrowcasting, privacy, and ethical concerns. Targeting strategies using global marketing. This is a way they can do the Left side is mass marketing. Notice that it doesn't go anywhere. It's just mass marketing, okay? Because in global markets is are the products that are sold in the United States gonna be in demand the same in the same demand in, let's say, Brazil or India or Europe? No. So targeted marketing is going to be needed for those different geographic groups. Targeting global markets. Sell the same product across the entire world, tailor their offerings to some extent to meet the needs of different buyers around the world, acquire foreign companies or companies with large market shares. So when McDonald's goes over and sells in India, let's say, some people will not be wanting to eat meat, right? Some people will be vegetarian or vegan. So they have to tailor those offerings, their products, to consist of things that are maybe not sold in the United States, but are sold in India, but that can replace those items that are from the United States that will not sell in India. Positioning, how consumers perceive a product relative to the competition. Companies want to have a distinctive image and offering that stands out from the competition in the minds of consumers. Perceptual map, a two-dimensional graph that visually shows where your product stands relative to your competitors based on criteria important to buyers. A perceptual map. So this is a perceptual map of vehicles. We have the classy, distinctive, conservative, practical, affordable, and sporty. So this is where these different car models, where they land on this map, perceptual map. So of course, Porsche, BMW. I think we can include on this side with Porsche, BMW, we can put also, what else can we put in a Porsche, BMW area? That's classy, distinctive, and sporty. We could put maybe, I'll let you think about it and you can email me that for 2 points extra credit. Then we have the classy, distinctive, and conservative. All of these. Conservative and practical, affordable, Ford and Dodge. Then we have the practical, affordable, sporty right here. It's surprising that I don't see Honda in there. If you were to place Honda in there, where would you place it? That's a good question. Positioning continued. Tagline, a catchphrase designed to sum up the essence of a product. Repositioning, an effort to move product to a different place in the minds of consumers. Old Spice was the dying brand of deodorant and aftershave. After repositioning, it's the top brand, popular among millennials and Gen Z. Any questions? So if you have any questions, again, contact me. There were a few extra credit questions in this presentation. One last extra credit for 2 points extra credit. If you can list all of the generations so far, starting from, let's say, 1940 till today. If you can list the current, those generations within that time frame, 1940 to 2024, then you will get 2 points extra credit. All right. If you have any questions, contact me and have a good evening.